Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It is Wednesday, April 20th, 2011. And we got headline news for you today. The headline news is religious leaders, if they don't like you, it's not going to matter what you do. It's going to be NGO. Not good enough. All right. And we're going to find that out as we look here in Matthew chapter 16, starting in verse 1. And the Pharisees and Sadducees came, and to test him they asked him to show them a sign from heaven. He answered them, "When it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be stormy today, for the sky is red and threatening. You know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. An evil and adulterous generation seeks for a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of Jonah." So he left them and departed. Now these were nautical terms when he was talking about the weather, and the sailors and fishermen and people that had to go on the ocean would look at the sky, and what was that? It was a red sky at morning, sailors take warning, red sky at night, sailors delight, or something like that. And so they could tell what the weather would be like based on what the sky looked like. But they couldn't tell that Jesus was the Son of God after he'd performed miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle. We just read yesterday that he went to a town and stayed 3 days and pretty much healed everybody. Fed 10,000 people there, or 8,000. Fed 10,000 a few days before. Has healed all kinds of people. Raised one from the dead. Had people come and just touch the hem of his garment and get healed. So he's been doing signs all over the place. But again, for these guys, not good enough. And they asked for another sign. Oh, by the way, if you got a problem with the spelling, you need to watch yourself, because maybe you even think that's not good enough. So don't be one of these not good enough guys, all right? So they say, "We want a sign." He says, "Look, if you can't see what's going on, you know, you're not going to get one except the sign of Jonah." And you can read in other Gospels, the sign of Jonah is the crucifixion. You know, just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, the Son of Man would be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. So the crucifixion, what we're going to celebrate here in 2 days on Good Friday. And I've got a quote about the crucifixion, I think, that goes along with our text today. Do you know why they crucified Jesus? You say, well, he died for our sins. He did. But do you know why he ended up on that cross? Because the religious leaders, and then you get a little politic into that deal, get all that mixed up, because they put him there. You know why they did that? Because they were unfamiliar with him. They were unfamiliar with what he was doing. It was so different from what they had done. So their reaction was, "We want you to stop now." That is an exact quote from Jeff Payne, minister of Highland Park Church of Christ, from his sermon, Try Acceptance, January 9th, 2011. So they just continue to oppose Jesus no matter what he did, and of course they will eventually put him on the cross. Now, we're going to learn what Jesus said to his disciples. He tells them how to deal with these prideful religious leaders. Prideful religious leaders. He's going to tell them how to deal with them, and it may shock you. Stay tuned tomorrow for the next edition of Take 5.